So this morning we had a conversation about landlords wishing to change their current letting agent, and we thought we'd film it, so you got a fly on the wall idea of how you go about exactly doing that.
So watching the next couple of minutes might benefit you or somebody you know who is a landlord. Watch it, comment below, or get in contact with us.
Well, I've just taken a call from a landlord who wants to change letting agents.
Yep.
But they know that, well, they think there's going to be a load of hassle with moving over like bank accounts and details and paperwork and everything, but they're not actually happy with their letting agent at the moment.
That's one of the biggest myths in our industry, is so many landlords think the same thing. They think it is a hassle, like when you change from one bank to another and you've got to change all your standing orders over, and they think it's the same for lettings too. They believe that they're going to have to gather paperwork and have a lot of grief in their life for a period of time until the transaction goes through. But in reality, it's really, really simple.
But there was one question that I asked.
What's that?
Which is that what it seems that all landlords at the moment think they have to wait for the current tenancy to finish.
No,
before you take
not
over.
at all. And that's the real myth buster from this video, is you don't have to wait for your current tenants to move out. You can do it at any point during the tenancy. You basically, it's really, really simple. We deal with everything for the landlord. So the landlord just really needs to make that decision, right? Not happy with X letting agents anymore, going to move to the new letting agents. And all they need to do is send the current letting agent an email or make a phone call and say, I'm moving, guys, I'm going to somebody else now. And then once we've got that letting agent's details and the property address, we can do everything. The landlord will be none the wiser in the sense of they'll still get their rent money coming in while the transfer's taking place. We do all of the paperwork. We make contact with the new tenants. We create all of the new paperwork.
So this is the thing that the landlords think that they have to go through themselves.
Yeah, they think they have to do everything themselves.
It's almost like when you have an insurance company on your car.
Yeah.
You just keep going with that same person.
Yeah,
because
and you're just stuck in a rut.
Can't be bothered to get a new quote.
Yeah.
I'll pay another £100.
And and it's laziness. It's sheer laziness. You're not happy with who you're paying the money to, but it's lives are busy, time goes by, and you don't get around to changing. So all that really has to happen is if a landlord's not happy with their current agent, is the biggest thing is making the decision. Yeah, I'm going to change. Email that current letting agent and say, I'm moving to Sarah and Sean at Lewis Dean.
So the bottom line for any landlord thinking of changing, it's a phone call.
It's a phone call and an email to your current letting agent.
And then everything changes
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We do everything behind. So you would then just deal with us from there onwards, and we take on everything. We take on all the liability, all the responsibility to make sure that landlord is now fully compliant. Their records are up to date. We make contact with the
process of maintenance, if the landlord has their own maintenance plumber, electrician, whatever, that's all passed over.
Yeah,
we don't use any of ours anyway.
No, that's right. So I've got some landlords that have their own preferred tradespeople because their brother's a plumber or their sister's a gas lady or whatever the situation is. So if a landlord's got their own tradespeople, I prefer to use their tradespeople because they're probably going to get mates rates. Yeah. But in the same breath, we also have a whole heap of our own tradespeople that we use. So I've got every tradesperson you can think of for every eventuality. And in the last 30 years of us being in business, how many different scenarios have we needed random tradespeople to do random jobs? We've got it covered and all of those things. So tradespeople is not a problem. So when it comes to switching, it's really straightforward.
So how's the transition between Lewis Dean and the tenant?
So as soon as a landlord says, hi, would like to come to you, I'm leaving X agent, I contact X agent, get all of the information I need to take on the transfer, then I go and personally meet the tenant. I'll go to the property, I need to see the property, I need to meet the tenant, I need to reassure the tenant that nothing in their life is going to change, other than if they've got a problem, they come to me and not the previous agent.
And it might be for the better.
And quite usually the reason landlords change is they're not happy with the service that they've received, or the maintenance has been quite slow, or the tenant's not too happy. And that's usually the biggest bugbear with landlords, with agents, is poor service. So with us, obviously, as you know, we're a family business. There isn't a high turnover of staff. It is us and our support staff.
They'll always speak to one of us.
They will always speak to us. So it'll always be us. It won't be a call centre. You won't be a reference number. It's always us that you deal with. And we're quite normal, I think.
So let's say a landlord is thinking of, let's say that their current agent is, they're just sticking with them because they stuck with them for so long, and it's a lot of hassle. So a landlord, his first step to using us is
get in contact. Make a phone call, give me a call, give us a call, email us, however you want to make contact with us, and just come to us and say, I've got a property I've got one this week. Landlord's got a property, a bungalow in Upton, been renting it out through a big agent for quite a number of years now, and they just feel it's money for a rope, which quite a lot of landlords do think that, but they don't realise agents do a lot of work behind the scenes. We've got over 170 pieces of legislation that we need to be up to date with, and obviously there's lots more legislation coming in this year. So really it's a case of a landlord just needs to make contact. We take on everything. Landlord is none the wiser. Everything just carries on as normal, other than you'll have a new agent, a different type of service than they've been experiencing, probably a better rate, and most importantly, rent review will be carried out on the property, so they'll probably get a better return on their investment too.
So, as you said, with 30 years experience in lettings, you could have a whole handful of reviews and recommendations from your current landlords?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've got landlords that have been with us for the last 18, 19 years. Majority of them are Upton, Hammerdy, Creekmore and Litchett. And some landlords I've had for such a long length of time, they wholeheartedly trust us to just manage their properties, make decisions on their behalf in their absence, and that's what they pay for. They pay for the fact that we become them and make a decision as though the property was our own, maximising their return on their investment.
Yeah, I've noticed too that a lot of landlords think, well, I'm in, let's say, Branksome, and you're in Upton. I can't use you as my letting agent. I think a lot of landlords tend to think that we're only Upton or Hamworthy.
No, we do have a perimeter, should I say, because it's all about quality rather than quantity. So I don't think we'd be happy taking on properties in Christchurch or that far afield. I like properties that are in our home patch, where we are 99% of our time.
So only properties within like 4 or 5 miles?
Yeah. So BH15, BH16, BH17, that sort of postcode sector.
Even BH12?
Yeah, if you want to go BH12, yeah.
Where I come from.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, BH12. So local area, Upton, Poole, Hamworthy.
That's not Jamaica.
No, okay. Local area, and that's because we're then more hands-on. We can pop round to a property. It's not making an appointment at 3 weeks' time and then some junior negotiator will come and deal with the problem. No, it's us. We deal with everything. You've been out and bled radiators before to save plumbers' bills. We've helped tenants in properties to save landlords call out charges. That's because that's the type of people we are.
So the bottom line is, if you wish to change, you're not happy with your current agent, or just want to change,
phone us 621 900 or email us on poole@lewisdean.co.uk.
Sarah Fudge.
Thank you very much, Sean Fudge.
So if you're a landlord and you're thinking of changing letting agents, that's exactly how you do it.
Quick and easy, get in contact with us and then we take it on from there. Our number is 01202 621 900. You can contact us through the social media platform that you're watching it on, or pop us an email on poole@lewisdean.co.uk.